Discover Harare, the capital city of Zimbabwe. 10 interesting facts you may not know about this city. Let's first talk about the country that holds this wonderful city. Zimbabwe is a landlocked African country that is located on the southern part of the African continent. The country neighbors Mozambique, South Africa, Botswana, and Zambia. Harare as a city occupies an area of 960.6 square kilometers and has an altitude elevation of about 1490 meters. It is one of the most interesting cities in Africa, and below are 10 things you probably didn't know about this African city. Join me as we explore the city of Harare. If you're new to Africa Revealed, subscribe and turn on the notification bell to be notified of any new uploads. Let's get right into it. 1. History and naming. Harare was founded in 1890 by the pioneer column and was originally known as Salisbury. The name Salisbury was given to the city as a way of paying courtesy to by then UK Prime Minister Lord Salisbury. Pioneer Column was a small military force of the British South Africa Company. The BSAC Company took over the city and ran it till 1923 when Southern Rhodesia achieved a responsible government. It was designated the seat of Southern Rhodesia and was later made the capital of the Central Africa Federation. The city held on to the name Salisbury until 1982 when it was renamed to Harare during the second anniversary of the Zimbabwean independence from the United Kingdom. The name Harare was taken from the village near Harare copy of the Shona chief Neharawa, whose nickname means "he who does not sleep." It through this naming that the city is sometimes referred to as the city that does not sleep. 2. Geographical location. Harare is located on the southeastern part of Zimbabwe, with a latitude of 17.55 degrees south and a longitude of 31.12 degrees east. It has an elevation of 1,753 feet above sea level and it has a tropical climate with temperatures averaging between 20 degrees Celsius and 30 degrees Celsius. Harare is surrounded by mountains on 3 sides and it has 2 rivers that flow through it, the Great Dyke River and the Mupfu River. The environment upon which the city is built provides for a cool and dry tropical climate. The main city is divided into 3 main areas. The first is the Central Business District, which covers the largest part. This region houses some of the main businesses and shops and it acts as the economy backbone of the city. Over to this, there are suburbs that run out from the CBD such as Glen Norah, Harare East, Avondale and Warren Park. The suburbs serve both as industrial area for the manufacturing industries and also as residential area for the population of Harare. 3. Climate. As ranked by the Köppen climate classification, Harare has a subtropical highland climate, which is an oceanic climate variety. The main attribution to this is due to its raised surface that lies at about 1,490 meters. The city is therefore built on a plateau and has southeasterly wind flows making it cooler and drier compared to the tropical climate. The city has 3 seasons, a warm wet summer that runs from November to March, a cool dry winter that runs from May to August and a warm to hot dry season in the months of September and October. The daily temperature ranges from 7 to 22 degrees Celsius with a yearly average of 17.95 degrees Celsius. July is usually the coldest month and October is the hottest. For the rainfall, the city records an average of 825 mm in the southwest and 855 mm on the higher lands of the northern east parts of the city. The climate supports a natural vegetation of open woodland, with msasa being the most common tree that colors the city wine red, with its leaves in late August. 4. Economy. Harare is one of the most economically active cities in the nation of Zimbabwe. It has a vibrant economy resulting from a huge population that resides in the city and provides most of the needed workforce. One of the most notable things with its economy is the fact that the city uses the US dollar for exchange and transactions. The Harare economy is mainly driven by agriculture, mining, manufacturing, and tourism. The agricultural sector contributes about 60% to GDP and employs about 80% of the labor force. The mining sector accounts for 5% of GDP and employs 2% of the labor force. Manufacturing contributes around 20% to GDP while employing 11% of the labor force. The government of Zimbabwe encourages foreign investment, and it has kept investors coming into Harare by establishing policies that make the investment grounds favorable for the investors. The government is also in the process of setting up more infrastructure and industries, all this being aimed at providing more employment to local citizens and try to curb the increasing rate of unemployment. More and more policies are being put in place that will help the city population to find employment. Five, a city that is rich in culture. The country population is majorly made of the Shona people, who are mostly Christians, and they sum up to over 80% of the total population. The Ndembele are the second largest ethnicity, and together with the Shona, they stand out as the two largest ethnicities in the city. The indigenous people of Zimbabwe trace back to Bantu origins and are believed to have populated the land for more than 10 centuries. They traditionally have a strong regional clan structure, with 6 main groups: the Manika, the Ndor, the Zejeru, the Karana, the Korkor, and the Rosvi. These groups are formed on the basis of linguistic and cultural similarities. Some white Zimbabweans, mainly of British origin, remain in the country, and there are also some Asian communities in the cities, but they only make up to less than 1% of the entire population. Another interesting thing about the city is that it ranks in the world as a city that has many official languages. Unlike many which have 2 to 3 official languages, Harare has 16. 6. Tourist attraction sites. Harare is a beauty haven, and every tourist will simply find it amazing. The highlight of the city is the Harare Gardens, which is a place that you would go to relax and interact with nature. It is the city's largest park and a preferred spot for an outdoor wedding among many Zimbabwean couples. When making a visit to the city, this specific location will help you relax and get you appreciating Mother Nature. Next on the list is the National Gallery of Zimbabwe. If you are a lover of art, you will definitely get mind blown by the collection of arts here. The gallery is old enough and was set up even before the country gained independence, and you can therefore imagine how huge their collection is. It has done a commendable job in preserving the contemporary and visual art heritage of Zimbabwe. With over 6,000 permanent exhibits, the gallery has also proved to be a stepping stone for many local artists, which are now known on an international level. More of nature is what you get once you visit the National Botanic Gardens. If even you are not an agricultural fanatic, the sight of flowers is absolutely irresistible. Its main highlight is the 58 hectares of land space covered in all kind of flora that will send your mind flying out of this world. Other sites that are worth a visit include National Archives of Zimbabwe, Dune Estate, Mukuvisi Woodlands, Kuimbashiri Bird Sanctuary, and the National Heroes Acre. Harare is a city that you probably won't get disappointed touring around. Seven. Transport system. Transport is a very key aspect when it comes to the growth of a city, and that's why every city around the globe keeps on trying to improve its means of transport. Harare is a city that has had major issues with its transport system but is now in the process of reviving the industry. In the early 1990s, regulations in the transport industry were dropped, and this paved way for the rise of informal public transport operators commonly known as combis. The deregulation brought around a drop in quality and stagnated the transport sector. After going through the many ups and downs, it is now in the process of stabilizing again through new government projects. The city has a very busy transport system due to its high population. The transport system heavily relies on the roads, whereas the rail system is also used. The Harare Metro project, which is undergoing, is the most common and recent government project. This new rail system is set to revolutionize the whole transport industry and ease the congestion in the city. When finished, it will usher the city into a new era of transportation, and this will not only boost the transport industry, but will also be a key part in the economic growth of the city. 8. Demography. As of 2022, The city is stated to have a population of about 1.5 million people with a staggering population growth rate of about 1.03%. Perhaps one of the most significant factors that has influenced population growth in Harare is its economic growth. The city has been experiencing economic boom over the past few years, leading to an increase in job opportunities. In the past 50 years, the population has been increasing constantly, and most of these people are in the city. With increasing number of companies and industries being set up, people keep migrating from the rural areas to the city in search for employment. There has been a notable population reduction in the rural areas, as most end up migrating to different cities, specifically Harare. Such kind of movements have led to poor living conditions in the city and also leading to an increase in the cases of unemployment. 9. Administrative role. Harare stands in as the biggest city in the country and also serves as the capital. Most of the government offices and headquarters, including the National Assembly, are situated in the city. It is therefore a very important city when it comes to the management and administration of not only the city of Harare but also the Republic of Zimbabwe. The city is divided into 8 municipal wards, namely Chitungwiza, Epworth, Mbeya, Mufakos, Northdale and Southdale. One of the main strengths behind its administrative role is the fact that it is the leading city when it comes to economy. It also has an added advantage, as it started getting administrative roles even before the country gained its independence. It was the headquarters when the British South Africa Company were still in control of Rhodesia, and even after the country gained independence, it still remained to hold the position and has since grown to become the largest and the most powerful city among other cities in Zimbabwe. The educated city. Education is valued in the city of Harare and the country of Zimbabwe in general. The education system consists of 7 years of primary school education and 6 years of secondary school. That's the basic level of education. After the 2 levels, one can then enroll for university education locally or even abroad. The academic year runs from January to December, with 3 months terms equally divided by 1 month holiday each. This contributes to about 40 schooling weeks per year. Although the country has a diverse education system that has schools located in many parts of the country, Harare is the hub of the education system. This is not because the city houses the Ministry of Education, but because of the number of schools, universities, and vocational training centers found in the city. The city is home to the National University of Science and Technology, NUST, the Zimbabwe Open University, ZOU, Harare Polytechnic, Chinhoyi University of Technology, Zimbabwe College of Agriculture, among many others. I hope you enjoyed the video as we toured across the city of Harare. Please let us know what fact that you liked most, and if not you would like to visit Harare. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe, like, share and comment.